In the year 2016, the then NDC government secured 245 buses from Scania Group of Sweden for one simple reason: to operate a bus rapid transport system. The exciting features about these buses are that the seats are larger, more comfortable, and more spacious than the everyday commercial buses in Ghana known as trotro. They are also fitted with Wi-Fi, GPS, camera, USB charging port, and TV set. The Aayalolo buses were meant to operate on 4 main routes: Adenta through Legon to Accra, Tema through Nungwa to Accra, Kaswa through Malam to Accra, Amasaman through Achimota to Accra. Amongst these 4, a pilot phase commenced on the Amasaman through Achimota to Accra corridor. The buses could not ply other routes because there is no dedicated lane assigned to them, as was stated in the original plan. This reduced patronage of 68 buses that ply the Tudu Amasaman route because commuters were unhappy with the travel time. The operators of Aayalolo buses, the Greater Accra Passenger Transport Executive GAPTE, had no option than to recall all the buses as their operation was generating losses rather than profit. Business came to a halt in October 2018. Fred Chidi is the Director of Communications of the Greater Accra Passenger Transport Executive, GAPTE. Currently, 215 buses have been left at the mercy of the weather. The question is, are they being maintained, and at what cost?
Well, you can do the maths. Take 8 out of the number, and then let me just announce that we've sent 25 of those buses to Kumasi, because the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly is also starting its pilots there. So you can do the maths. But the rest of the buses are in our terminal here in Achimota. But as I said, in a few days, we'll be back on the Amasaman corridor, where we'll be rolling out the morning and the evening peak as we are doing in Kaswa now. Absolutely, they are being serviced. I did mention to maybe somebody else that the suppliers of the bus they have an arrangement with GAPTE, or with the government of Ghana for that matter, where there is a strict maintenance regime. Every month, the technicians come around, mechanics come around, where they fire the buses, they fire the engines, and make sure that the fluid and everything is all right. So the buses are in good shape, except that they are not in commercial service as we speak, but they're in pretty good shape. Those details, I can tell you, as part of the purchase agreement, the suppliers, there is an agreement for the suppliers to service the buses for 2 years, and we are in the 2nd year, so it is at the cost of the supplier.
All the bus stops and terminals which were constructed with the taxpayers' money have been deserted and taken over by hawkers and advertisers. This is the Ofankor bus terminal, and ideally this place is supposed to be filled up with buses that will transport individuals from Ofankor to Tudu. But the situation has been different for the past 6 months because operations has come to a halt. Officers who are supposed to fill up these offices behind me to operate are home, and over 90 drivers who were engaged in this bus transport system have been left unemployed. The question Ghanaians are asking is that when will this business bounce back? Or has the taxpayers' money been wasted? Operations on the Amasaman Tudu corridor have still not bounced back, but 8 buses are running on the Kaswa Accra corridor, and this is a pilot phase according to GAPTE. Nana Akwesi Edujemfi is a dispatcher of the buses on the Kaswa Accra corridor.
We are trying to fix the IT system on the buses, because the people at Amasaman were using the cards, and now we can't operate that route without their card being useful. We don't want to abandon any card. We want them to get their card used. That's why we are operating Kaswa for now with the ticket. But we are now doing a different thing from what we are supposed to do, which is schedule. We're running, giving ourselves time that the buses will take off this time. But this time we are grounded until evening, that the market women and the workers close. So we start work from here by 4:30. We start picking passengers. We come to town, they start from there by 6 a.m. in the morning. And by 8 to 9, they are all here. And then they will start from here to Kaswa.
Nana Edujemfi did not rule out the financial difficulties faced by drivers because of non-payment of 7 months' salary arrears.
We are trying to fix the IT system on the buses because the people at Amasaman were using the cards. And now we can't operate that route without their card being useful. We don't want to abandon any card. We want them to get their card used. That's why we are operating Kaswa for now with the ticket. Now we have about 8 buses. But we are now doing a different thing from what we are supposed to do.
His concerns were corroborated by some drivers of the buses.
Everybody have a wife and children. So if you don't pay you, how are you going to get the money to look after your children and your wife? That is one thing. So people are going to borrow the money. Then if you rent, and how money you're going to pay your rent? So it's very critically. It's not easy. We are driver about 100. But now 8 buses is working.
Yes, sir, by there. And so I buy on this is what's happening in every school. We here the Cotrina, Firamu Etienne. The baby to 1 more was in the second scanner into a hard and in the Yamazun to go school. I do free education, I want to Mukobi. Oh, scanner the best 7 months, 8 months.
Some passengers who patronized the Aayalolo bus on the Kaswa Tudu corridor had this to say.
Short buses and the rest. When you take short buses, sometimes there's a lot of pressure, then a lot of pressure in it before you can even get a car to board. It's very difficult.
But I think it's very convenient, it's very safe, and then when you sit in it, it's relaxing and all that. So I think it's good compared to the other transporters like the short.
Me, I'm a student here at Accra Technical University. See, it's easier for me when I'm coming from Amasama. I take the bus. I don't have any communication with the driver or the mate or any fight. I have my card already, my money in my card. When I'm going home, same process.
So 8 buses out of the 245. Some other buses have been designated to other regions, but 8 have been designated to travel on the Kaswa Tudu Road, bringing individuals or passengers all the way from Kaswa to Tudu and also taking them back to their destination. You see passengers behind me and in this particular bus getting ready to be taken back to their destination, which is Kaswa. And they say that though it is convenient, it is okay for them to board it, the time being wasted on the road is too much, for which they are asking that if it can be limited. They are still calling for dedicated roads or dedicated lanes to be assigned to these buses as we all enjoy, or for us to enjoy the benefits of the Aayalolo operations in the country. My name is Philip Nilati, reporting for Citi News.